Yo, welcome back to another video. This is episode 13, and we're coming back with another good video. And if you didn't see from last video, I gave us a little hint of what was going on for the next video. So if you didn't see that hint and didn't watch that video, just know we got a little hint for the topic of this video. So
what is it today?
I don't know, Gavin. What is it?
Whoa! We got a big one.
Oh, freak!
Oh, dang. Hurry, get it. Get it in the boat.
Oh my God, that's a big one.
Man, that is right on the ceiling. Show that thing off, man.
Whoa.
God.
It's a 13-footer.
Show this thing off. Dang, this thing's deformed.
Big dang.
Man. Wait, it's having babies?
Oh, God. Hooks your face.
You can de-hook that.
Wait, let's get this thing unhooked. Get that.
Can always cut this.
We might not be able to get this out. I should rip.
Alright.
I should rip my.
We're going to release it back in the water now.
All right, guys, we're going to send it back.
See a fish.
Whoa!
Number 2.
Number 2 for the day.
Whoa!
All right, that's.
Oh!
But,
All right, wait, what is today's podcast about?
But if you couldn't tell from that was, and you've never gone, that is fishing. So today's episode is about fishing. We're gonna go a few things.
Ripping lips.
We're gonna go through the biggest fish ever caught.
Ripping
We're gonna see
lips
some fishing fails. You know, we have a few friends that talk. You know, ripping lips, as I always say.
Ripping lips.
Ripping lips. I can get me a good
Ripping
rod.
Doing dip.
but
Dip in my lip.
but today we're gonna go
Rip the tip.
straight into the segment, well, and hopefully we get top 5. Hopefully we get top 5. So
Yeah,
Corinne,
that's what
hit
we're
us that
going
little
for.
segment. Well, whose turn is it today? Oh, say less. Hopefully we get top 5.
Come
So
on, top
let's
5.
rip this wheel.
Let's rip that sucker.
And top 5.
Let's go.
Oh, okay. So top 5 for today. Top 5 biggest sharks,
Nope.
fish.
So,
Fish.
the top 5 for today, since Gavin is completely garbage.
Caprilli garbage.
No, I'm just kidding. But the top 5 today is the biggest fish ever caught. So it's not like they brought it onto shore too and they have it hung up.
And it's compared, so like if there's a tuna, and there's a tuna on this list, it's the biggest tuna like pretty much ever caught.
I'm pretty sure it actually goes by weight.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
Yeah.
Fish caught by weight.
It goes by weight. So like
No, I'm talking about like if they catch a really big shark and it's bigger than tuna, it's like the biggest, weightiest tuna.
well, duh, that's why it's up there.
Oh, duh. Okay, here we
Okay,
go.
but say if you caught a fish and you're in the ocean, you know how like they get a massive fish and it's just in the ocean and they let it go. No, that don't count. It's like we'll give you the picture, but it's like they got it on dock and everything. So this is the biggest fish ever caught by pounds too. So Gavin, go ahead and give us number 5.
And this is from fishingbooker.com, blog biggest fish ever caught / number 5, Atlantic bluefin tuna, 1,496 pounds, location Nova Scotia, Canada, 1979. Nova Scotia is famous for its bluefin tuna fishery.
It's a big fish.
Bluefins are more strictly regulated these days, but regardless, Ken 1979 record still seems almost unbeatable. I love tuna.
So this happened 1979. That's been a while, and that's a massive tuna.
I was like around when we were born.
I remember recently like a year ago on a beach trip, and we were going fishing, and I thought just like some like decent fish were heavy, but those things, oh my gosh.
This thing is like a lot.
Like a man eater.
It takes so long to get those things reeled in too. It takes what?
What, the big tuna?
Like a big fish, like reeling in the ocean. How long do you
I've
think it
se-
takes? 'Cause
like-
sometimes it takes a while.
Yeah, I've heard some stories and like even seen on some TV shows that like depending on like what it is, like I know some like deep sea fishing tuna and stuff, it can like take up to like 6-7 hours, like because the fish keeps on going down and then you'll get it up, like you're so tired, so then it goes back down.
And you don't want to reel the whole time, too.
So, yeah. I'm sure there's been some that take like a whole day.
But that's number 5. Go to number 4.
Number 4. Black marlin, 1,560 pounds. It was in Peru, August 4th, 1953.
Jeez. These are the fish that have like the pointy.
Yeah, like kind of like a
Not a
spearfish
narwhal,
or-
but
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
number 3. Greenland shark, 1,708 pounds. It's from Norway, and it was in 1987. That's a massive shark.
looks.
Dang,
That
that's
shark looks
that's
creepy.
a big shark. What kind of... Wait, these sharks often live
Longer than 400 years. Dang.
A Greenland shark. I've never
Rare
heard of that.
times people say this could be the longest living vertebrae on dry land. That's crazy.
That's cool.
All these sharks and fishes are like caught so long ago.
Oh my gosh. Okay, number
Okay, this
2.
wasn't that long ago.
Tiger shark, 1,785 pounds in Australia, 2004. Number 1, white shark, 2,664
Gosh, this is
pounds.
way bigger.
Australia. This thing is massive.
Holy
1959.
Good grief, that's a long time ago.
Kind of like.
Thank you for listening to this episode. We're gonna keep going.
But yeah, that was that was the segment wheel for top 5. That's the top 5 biggest fish ever caught. Also, real quick, a lot of people, the most rare fish, not rare, but like the most popular fish to catch is bass. Obviously, Bass Pro, not sponsored.
Yeah, Bass Pro will take it.
But we'll show you a picture. This fish, biggest bass ever caught, is at 22 pounds 4 ounces.
This thing's massive.
This thing is fat. Look at that gut. I mean,
could
that
feed your
is-
family for days.
I mean, that
years.
rod, whatever she uses, broken.
It's a girl.
I think maybe not. This gender.
This thing. All right, well, what are we talking about now? We're done.
No, but Trent, tell me because I know you go hunting and fishing a lot. So tell me what's your favorite part about fishing?
Okay, one of my favorite parts about fishing is, I mean, you can go pretty much any time, like year round. Like hunting, there's certain seasons, but fishing, you can literally go anytime you want. And I mean, I guess there are some times that'll be better than others, but like you can really go any single time you want. And it's always fun because it's usually peaceful, unless it's like 4th of July weekend. Like probably not gonna catch anything. Like so many crazy people out on the lake or wherever you're at, but I just it's always peaceful. I always find that water is just very peaceful. Like, I don't know, I just like water. Like being able to get in water. And I don't know. Some people don't like being in water because they feel like they're going to be suffocated or something.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. But yeah,
I
that's
love
what
being
I like
in
about
water.
it.
Swimming's so fun. If you didn't see our last episode, we talked about swimming in that pool with all the furniture.
Oh, yeah,
so.
Go check that out.
It was fun too. We got to go in the ocean and do stuff.
But yeah, if you haven't seen that, go check it out because we talked about being caught by security. Well, we didn't know the pool was closed, but we had furniture in it. You have to go watch it. Go check
check
it
it
out.
out.
a crazy
Go see
story,
the
man.
episode. But we also talk about eating fish all the time.
Yes.
So
Trent, what's your favorite fish to catch
I was
and
getting
eat?
ready to ask you that.
Oh, well, now I asked you first.
Oh, jeez. There's so many fish that I've tried in my life, like so many, but that I've caught and ate, like this, that I've caught before.
No, you can be like, what's your favorite to
Anything.
catch, and then what's your
Okay.
favorite to eat can be different.
My favorite to catch. Dang, that's kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie, cause like bass fishing, a lot of people will say like bass doesn't taste good, but it's all about how you like cook it and like make it. Bass is actually pretty good, but like catching catfish is always fun because you see people you can catch it with your hands. It's called jugging, or you can or noodling, and then you can take. And there's a thing called jugging and all this. There's just tons of different ways to do catfish, and it's really fun. And then also trout fishing is just I don't know why, it's super fun. I think probably trout fishing would be my favorite because it's not like on a big lake or anything. It's like kind of in these
I never caught a
streams.
trout.
It's like in these streams and stuff, and you're like standing out in the water, and I don't know. I think that's peaceful. And trout tastes really good, but my favorite tasting fish would probably be salmon, just any kind of salmon.
What about you?
I've only gone like for a few fish, but I've mainly gone for bass and like bluegill, but I've also fished in the ocean for like shark.
Yeah, I've never done that though.
So there's nothing like bass fishing though. I'm gonna have to go favorite fish to catch is bass, and then for favorite fish to eat is my favorite food just of all time right now. I love, like Trent said, is salmon. You just can't go wrong with salmon. Just nice, like, squeezed lemon on there. Some, like, I love tons of lemon on it, and just nice.
Mouth's watering now.
Yeah, same. I start getting hungry. Salmon is really nice. But Gavin.
Yes.
How about you?
Have you ever even fished before? Besides this episode?
This will be my
I don't think
third...
Gavin catches a lot, but he eats a lot.
This is my third time fishing. I fished like 2 times before and was young. I don't really fish that often. Well, I don't really get like opportunities to, but
yeah,
probably I think it was bass that I caught. I was pretty young. And salmon is my favorite. Second favorite, maybe like tilapia or something.
I was gonna say I actually had some tilapia yesterday.
Tilapia is pretty good.
It was good.
But is there any funny stories you think you'd have, Trent, fishing?
Okay, so at my grandparents' house, they have this pond, and before we moved like to the place we're living now, we had to stay at my grandparents' house. So me and my 2 older brothers, we go fishing over there like all the time. And there's this little island. There's this little island out in the middle that there's a dog to, so you can like, it's just a little dog out there, so it's not that big. But there's always 2 geese that come in there, and like they have their babies and everything like that. I don't know what you call a baby goose. There's certain, I don't know. But anyways, so me and my other brother, the one that's not the oldest, me and him were like, hey, like, don't go messing with the geese, because, like, you know, geese are, like, the spawn of Satan. Like, they're super mean. They'll, like, fly at you and flock you.
Gosling or gooseling, not gosling.
A gosling. That's the baby.
One of
babies.
those.
But my oldest brother, you just have to know him. He's that guy. He always keeps poking the bear. So he kept on getting over there close to him, and they fly at him, start flocking him, and he freaks out and is like throwing stuff around, and it was just super funny. Like, oh my gosh, and he actually got like scratched up in his face and stuff too.
Dang,
like they're mean.
What is it? Is it? Yeah, geese. Gooses.
Goose.
Dude, they're super mean.
They'll just like start running at you, and
Geese.
I want one to run after me and just like roundhouse kick it to the dome.
Yeah,
Yes.
or just like it starts flying, and you just.
You could definitely choke it out with one hand. I mean,
Yeah.
you'd be kind of like a psycho.
I think most people, they're like, that's so psychotic or like mean, but like,
Well, I feel like a lot of people too. They freak out when they see something flying at them.
Yeah.
Like, you could easily just like move out of the way and like.
I think I would start running, and then I'd realize like this is a bird chasing me, and I'm running away. I turn around, eat it.
I wonder what, like, because people have like jobs for fishing, like going out into the ocean every day, like,
Yeah.
or not even necessarily fish, like shrimp.
I do have a story. So there's these guys. There's 2 of them, and they always go. I think it's bass fishing that they do, and like it's like a huge tournament. To when you win, you get like $100,000 and like a brand new truck and trailer, I think. And the guys won this one year, then they won the next year, and the next year. So they're like goats by this point. Like they're really good fishermen.
I may have heard this story.
And this was kind of like recent, like maybe within a year ago. And they kept doing it, like the heaviest bass. And like, man, like these guys are really good. And, you know, they have all these sponsorships and everything. And where was I going with this? Oh, so they always get their fish, and no one's allowed to like touch it. They like want to keep it for themselves, and then they like hang it up somewhere. I don't know. So one time this guy snuck into their place and opened a cooler, and like the prize fish were there that they caught that day. The guy took them out and he like felt them, and he felt metal balls in it. So he went to like the middle of everyone's like, everyone come here, like look at this, and he started cutting them open, and all these metal balls fell out.
Like weights.
Yeah. So the guys put weights in it, and everyone wanted to like rip his head off there.
What's
because
crazy is that actually happens like all the time.
It happens
Yeah.
so much. People
Like-
cheating.
And it's
crazy.
crazy too because they've won like maybe 4 years in a row. That's like $400,000 plus like really nice trucks and trailers. So everyone was mad. Like if you're in second place, you're like, man, I would have won. But like, and it was funny too because like my dad like makes camouflage patterns, and the guy that cheated like was wearing it like everywhere, and I was like, that's funny. But yeah, it's like so crazy. And like their faces, they were so nervous too. They were like, "Oh crap! Like we got caught."
That's a big thing. There's actually a guy. He was on. It's basically like the MLB or NFL, NBA for fishing, Major League Fishing, and he was like just new on there. I forgot his name. You could probably look it up, but like everybody was talking about how good he is and stuff, and one of his fishing buddies that he fished with before like came out and was like, yeah, like all those tournaments he won to like become a pro, like he like cheated on a few of them, so then he wasn't a pro anymore and lost all these sponsors. So don't cheat, guys, or else you're not gonna have any sponsors.
Cheaters go to hell.
Right. It's pretty cool seeing people get a scholarship for fishing. Like we had a friend that graduated last year for fishing. He goes Carson Newman.
Yeah,
He goes to Carson Newman now for fishing. But shout out him.
I didn't know you could get a scholarship for
I
fishing.
didn't either.
Until he did that.
Yeah.
I have a story. This is not mine, or maybe it's just a thing. There's extreme aerial bow fishing.
Yeah,
That is crazy.
it's literally. I've watched it on TV a few times. It's literally like you've probably seen it before. Maybe some like memes about people like getting hit in the face with a fish. But like there's these fish, and I don't know where it's at.
Illinois.
literally just, like,
that's what this is.
Fly out of the water, and a lot of people will like have nets or something like that.
They'll have nets or something to
and
catch.
try to get them, or they'll just literally flop in the bow and like they'll just keep them. But there's at least the guy that I've seen, he's like insane, like with a bow and arrow. He's so good, and he was like, I'm gonna like shoot him out of the air. So like,
Does he tie like a little line
it's
to his
bow
thing?
fishing ones that they use to shoot in the water, but he's shooting them when they're jumping out of the water. And oh my
That's
gosh,
so-
it's so impressive.
So this one is jumping carp breaks woman's jaw in Illinois. There's a problem in reservoirs of the Illinois River. The population of Asian carp, an invasive species, have exploded, and due to part of their habitat of just jumping from the water when boats approach, these fish have become a real nuisance. Chris Brackett of Brack Outdoors, they go on the river, and like when they jump out, he just gets this bow out and like shoots them midair. That's like the coolest thing ever.
That's crazy impressive how they do that.
There's this other one, catching a giant 200+ pound catfish in Europe. Oh my goodness.
That's what you were talking about.
I'll put this
what's
up
it called
there.
again.
What is it called? Not grouping. Noodling, yeah.
I think. Or
Imagine
hand
catching
jack, I
a
don't know.
200-pound catfish. Like I'm 160 pounds.
I've heard some stories in like the Amazon where like these massive catfish like eat these little kids. Like,
Oh
these
my
little kids
goodness.
were on like the
Oh my
side of a
gosh.
bank, and a massive catfish like caught him.
Bruh. There's
He's a goner.
Personally, I would not. take
There's
that.
people that will do it, and like the catfish is so strong, heavy. Sometimes, like if you don't do it right, or
You can lose fingers.
Yeah, it's a certain technique. Like they'll like bite your hand off, or like bite your fingers off, or like break your
I'm
wrist.
pretty sure you're supposed to make a fist, because
Yeah.
if you have your hands out like that, they can actually like accidentally.
There's
bite
like
your
a
fingers
certain
off.
technique to it, and if you like mess up and like really break yourself over, like you're losing a finger, all you can.
Yeah, like a couple like old guys that do it, they are like missing like almost all their fingers.
What's that guy that does nature videos and he's always getting stung and bit by
Nature
stuff?
Wild, I think it's called.
Nature Wild.
It's
It's some guy that's always getting stung
Coyote
purposely.
something.
Coyote Peterson.
Coyote Peterson.
Oh yeah,
He is crazy.
That's how I saw that he was doing it, and then this guy was with him, and he was like telling him, he's like, yeah, if you do it wrong, like, I mean, I can help you, but you're losing a few fingers.
It was crazy. Like he'll get bullet ants, and like sometimes he'll be like, "Oh, this hurts really bad." And they're like, "How bad is it, man?" He's like, "I can't feel my body." It's like my teeth are falling out or something crazy. And you're like, dude's just like, "Oh, man."
He's always going, ah!
Yeah.
It's like, okay, my skin's turning red. It's boiling.
It's
like
just him like
crazy.
grunting and stuff all the
I
time.
need to watch him.
But
Oh, that's so funny.
before in this episode, we got a few fishing fails. So don't fish like this and don't mess up like this. But we have a few fishing fails over
Fishing
here.
fails.
So-
And these are fishing fails. Here we go.
There you go.
We're gonna watch.
It's cool. Like my dad, he fishes in a kayak too. Go in a kayak, a boat, off the dock. Fishing is
You
great.
can swim in the water and just like act like a fish and just.
Alright, let's watch some of these
Wait,
fishing
let me-
fails.
Here we go.
Dang, ocean fishing's fun.
Struggle.
Oh,
I would hate to fall off in the ocean. What the?
yo, how'd that just go?
The wind. You know, like bass fishing and
That'd be us.
bass fishing in China is like a really big thing.
Really?
Yeah.
What in the world? Oh, that's when he caught.
Alec Bear's about to get it.
Oh,
Dang,
that
that's
is
crazy.
so tough.
And he's still. I think he's still on him.
That's annoying. Dang, he really wanted that fish.
He didn't get it.
That's a beautiful sunset. Bad cast though.
At least he caught it. Out of bag.
What is
That's
that?
a shark. Oh, shark.
Oh gosh. What is this music?
Oh,
Yeah, you're not getting that.
yeah, it's gone.
That's it.
But that's some of the
Dang.
funniest fishing fails. So do not fish like that. But that's basically it for today. But we're gonna have if you like fishing and you like doing other outdoor activities, we might have a hunting video and stuff. Just give us some ideas. Comment down below.
And we're gonna want to have some more guests on, and have some different insights on our
Yeah,
podcast.
just like go fishing a little bit.
So far, we've had
Fishy.
Cooper on, and the other one. We talked about golf, and we had our friend Caleb on. We talked about animals. Maybe we'll have someone else on with their specialty.
Yeah, we'll have another guest on, but if you want to be on and be as a guest, just comment down below. We can maybe work it out sometime. We got a massive list.
You have to
But-
bring value to us.
Just remember, we're in Tennessee, which we have like no subscribers. So
Yeah.
if you're like in Australia, which I mean,
just fly over.
yeah,
Chances are, if you come all the way
we're
from
not going to be
Australia,
able to pay
we'll-
for your flight. Is what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
I mean, if you guys would watch this and like subscribe, then maybe we
Yeah,
could.
if
but
you guys would like give us some money, then like we might be able to bring you on. But
sorry,
what the heck?
sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, this is episode 13. This is fishing video. But make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video, and if you want a fishing part 2 or hunting video, let's get this to 1K views.
Nah, this won't get there.
But let's try to if we can get this to 1K views, we'll have either a part 2 fishing or hunting. We'll see. But get 1K views. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Tell us about Tongue Torch. Make sure you follow us on TikTok and Instagram. This is episode 13. Coming episode 13 out with another banger.
And leave
Love
a
you all.
voicemail.
See ya.
See you.